એ હાલો રે હાલો,
માયકાવાણી ચાલુ થવાની છે. ના તારી છે ના મારી છે, માયકાવાણી આપણી છે. આ મનની બોલી છે, આ મનની બોલી છે. ના તારી છે ના મારી છે, માયકાવાણી આપણી છે.
આપણી છે.
ના તારી છે ના મારી છે, માયકાવાણી આપણી છે. આ મનની બોલી છે.
माइका वानी 90.4 FM.
हेलो एंड वेलकम टू आवर शो द ग्रीन हग. मैं हूँ आपकी होस्ट आरजे दिशा.
मैं हूँ आरजे वृंदा एंड आज के एपिसोड में हम बात करने वाले हैं ऑरोरा के बारे में. नॉट दिस वन,
Not the princess.
no, but
Okay.
we'll be talking about the northern lights.
Yes. जैसा कि हमने आपको लास्ट एपिसोड में बताया था that we are going to talk about this particular light, जिसके बारे में ऐसा बोला जाता है कि इसे आपको अपने लाइफ में एक ना एक बार तो जरूर देखना चाहिए. So here we are.
And actually हम आपके लिए गेस्ट लेकर आने वाले थे, but sadly they called up Santa and they went off on their Christmas trip to the northern lights again.
Yeah.
But कोई बात नहीं, हम भी आपको लेके चलते हैं.
हाँ, और we'll make sure कि जो हमारे गेस्ट आपको बताने वाले थे उनका एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ सीइंग द नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स, we'll make sure that you don't miss on that. We have got you covered. Okay, so that was absolutely beautiful.
It
But
was.
I think हमारे viewers को पता नहीं होगा कि how this word aurora came into existence.
तो उनको बता देते.
Yeah. So like giving a little background, जो ये word aurora था, that was actually the name of a Roman goddess of which is the Roman goddess of dawn. And Galileo was the first person to coin this term aurora. And उसके बारे में ऐसा बोला जाता था कि aurora used to travel from east to west announcing the coming of the sun, which is the dawn. And that's why the goddess of dawn. This is so
And-
cool, right?
It is, right? So basically, what Galileo did in 1620 was he took the word aurora, which, like you said, जो goddess of dawn है, and जो Greek word for wind होता है, which is Boreas. तो अब ये दो words मिला के Galileo came up with aurora borealis, जो northern lights होती है, इसलिए उनको aurora borealis बोलते हैं, which is dawn and wind. Because essentially ये जो phenomenon है, it is created because of wind. अब वो कैसे होता है, that we'll get into, because I mean it's kind of interesting, and it's
Yeah.
got stuff related to the sun and everything.
I think interesting also and thoda sa scientific bhi. So I think breaking it down in very layman's language, तो बोलते हैं कि sun is like the major center planet of all the universe, right? तो sun के there are a lot of magnetic fields around the sun, and when those magnetic fields they get distorted and they twist, then sun starts rotating on its own axis. Okay, and when वो सारे जो magnetic fields हो जाते हैं, when they start getting knotted together, they kind of create this burst and so-called sunspots. And usually वो जो sunspots होते हैं, they occur in pairs. The largest sunspot ऐसा बोलते हैं कि it can be the size of the Earth's diameter.
Wow. Now, basically what happens is कि अब the temperature is increasing. अब sun है तो काफी गर्म होगा ही. और
Yeah.
it can go as high, मतलब 27 million degrees Fahrenheit, which is like a lot. And जैसे ही temperature increase होता है तो जो sun का surface है that starts boiling and bubbling, और अब ये bubbles फूटते हैं तो a few particles escape. And these particles escape through the sunspots, और वो पूरा like जो vacuum होता है, they start traveling through the vacuum and plasma, and अब when these reach the earth, they take, it takes them around 40 hours to reach from the sun to the earth, and जब वो पहुंचते हैं तो जो अपना atmosphere है that starts getting excited, और atmosphere के particles
Yeah.
start moving in a way that they usually don't. अब उस excitation की वजह से इतने तरह के colors और complexities बन जाते हैं जो lights की तरह दिखते हैं. They look like the sky is on fire, and they're made up of
Exactly.
multiple colors. You have green, you have blue, you have red and yellow, violet, you have all the colors of the rainbow, and all of these are just because of these particles and excitations and all of that. Now, a fun fact here is that ये जो sunspots and solar storms की वजह से जो northern lights होते हैं, उनका जो सबसे बेस्ट या सबसे मैग्निफिसेंट डिस्प्ले होता है, that happens every 11 years. और ये साइकिल का लास्ट पीक was in 2013. So now we have to wait till 2024, which is only 4 years away, for the next brightest peak.
हाँ, और जैसा तूने अभी बोला कि the last peak happened in 2013, but ऐसा बोलते हैं कि that was actually the weakest solar maximum peak.
That is true.
So you can only imagine कि if the weakest was like that, then वो सबसे intense peak कैसा होगा.
Beautiful. मतलब that's the only word for it, right? And
हाँ,
there are so many stories about this. So many stories.
a lot of
about-
legends, a lot of
Yeah.
mythologies related to Northern Lights.
So I think we can take a walk down memory lane and
हाँ,
go all the
actually
way back.
those are like pretty interesting. So we can like take our viewers to all the different stories, all the different, mythologies,
Mythologies.
myths related to solar system in different parts of the world.
So I mean, Greek and Roman mythology के बारे में तो हमने already बात कर ही ली थी about it being Aurora, the goddess of dawn, and how she's bringing news of the new day. But
Yeah.
let's talk about something different. Why don't? Mhm.
So let's take our viewers to Europe, and वहाँ की भी actually the story related to Aurora is pretty interesting.
Mhm.
तो ऑरोरा के बारे में बोलते हैं कि जो फ्रांस और इटली के जो रेसिडेंट्स हैं, they thought these lights to be a bad omen because स्कॉटलैंड और इंग्लैंड में फ्रेंच रिवॉल्यूशन के टाइम पे वॉर के टाइम जो सीन्स होते थे स्काईज के, दोज यूज्ड टू बी दीज रेड एंड ब्लू लाइट्स, and that is why this fear came into existence that these lights are related to bad omen.
Because red is also bloodshed and
Huh.
war and
Yeah.
But if you go to the east and China and Japan and Australia, वहाँ पे एक तो ये काफी down south है because normally ये lights northern countries में होते हैं, so the sightings were very rare. And now these Chinese people, उनको लगता था कि ये जो northern lights बहुत rarely जो उनको दिखते हैं, they thought कि ना ये dragons के बीच में एक war हो रही है. So they felt कि there's a good dragon versus a bad dragon, like evil, and they are fighting, and उनकी जो आग निकलती है मुंह से, उस आग की वजह से ये lights बन रही थी. And similarly, Japan maybe it is actually a very positive culture. They felt कि whoever, like if there was ever a child that was born under these lights, मतलब जब वो lights दिख रहे थे and that child is born, so it will be blessed with good looks, good intellect, good fortune, all of that. And मतलब पूरे साउथ ईस्ट एशिया में, बिकॉज काफी रेयर है नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स का साइटिंग इन द इंटायर ऑफ साउथ ईस्ट एशिया. So, I mean, even though the sightings have increased significantly, but all of these cultures, they see the northern lights as a very good omen. कि कुछ अच्छा होने वाला है, it's good over evil. Even Australia में जो southern lights होते हैं, now Australia doesn't have northern lights. Australia में जो southern lights होते हैं, उनको they say that their gods are dancing overhead, like the gods are dancing in the sky and they're happy, and उनके पैर जब टैप करते हैं तो वो ग्राउंड से स्पार्क्स निकलते हैं, which is what creates these lights in the sky. And
okay, all these stories are amazing.
Yeah, I think even Northern American tribes have very, like, उनकी stories भी काफी interesting होती है ना.
हाँ, I was just gonna talk about that. तो actually, yeah, उससे बोलने से पहले, I think तूने जब ये story सुनाई ना, I think my favorite would be the Japanese one. And I would really want to try that, if you really get good looking by, if you're born under those lights. ठीक है, moving on. Okay, so North America में the stories of Aurora revolve mostly around the tribal people that used to live in North America. So North America में बोलते हैं कि Aurora was a part of life's circle, and it was actually the spirit of the dead which remained in the sky. And spirits of the dead, not the dead which died in a very content manner, but those people who have like this pain of being departed from their loved ones. So their spirits becomes like an aurora or a beautiful lights, and it is always in the sky looking after them. Also the Cree people जो Northern America में है, they used to believe that उनके जो departed friends or relatives है, they are actually trying to communicate via those lights. Because ऐसा भी है कि when you see those lights ना, that light feels like it actually has a form of life in it. तू अगर उसका time lapse भी देखेगी किसी videos पे, तो it actually feels like it is a living, breathing thing in the sky. इसलिए so I think these are pretty cool stories.
और ये जो living and breathing वाला aspect है, which we also caught on to, ये जो northern Scandinavian countries थी in Iceland and Greenland and all of those places, उन्होंने actually इस नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स के फिनोमिनन को चाइल्ड बर्थ से रिलेट कर दिया था कि जो हमें लग रहा था न्यू लाइफ एंड लिविंग, एंड देव एक्चुअली रिलेटेड इट टू चाइल्ड बर्थ. एंड उनको ये लगता था कि जो डिलीवरी के टाइम पे व्हाटएवर पेन दैट इज देयर, these northern lights relieve those pain, like that pain for the mothers. But like consecutively, so Iceland had this positive ki theek hai, the pain relief for the mother, but for Greenland unka ye situation tha ki again it was related to children and babies, but for them it was a very sad phenomenon कि उनको लगता था कि जो stillborn babies है या the babies that were killed at birth, उनकी souls go up to become the northern lights. And now you know जैसे हम बोलते हैं कि northern lights are related to Finland and Santa Claus and everything. Now Santa Claus is supposed to be originated from this one small town in Finland. और वहां पे ना उनकी मिथ ये थी कि there's a fire fox जो स्नो पे इतनी तेज भागता है कि उसके टेल से स्नो पे स्पार्क्स बन जाते हैं. और ये sparks go up into the sky, and these sparks go up into the sky to become this huge northern lights का phenomenon. And जो Finnish word है, because Finland में it is a very common sighting, तो जो उनका Finnish word है for the northern lights, which is called revontulent or something similar to that. I'm really sorry about the bad pronunciation. It literally means firefox. It literally means firefox. तो उनको लगता है कि so there's another set of people in Finland, another tribe called the Sami people, who think कि जो whales अपने hole से पानी eject करते हैं, these go up into the sky, and जो normally rainbow बन जाता है, instead of that the water ejected becomes the northern lights. And ये phenomenon Scandinavia में इतना common है कि every country has its own story behind it. They have their different myths. So Sweden में they say that you know it brings good news, and it's supposed to be like a gift from their gods, and वो light or warmth उनको दे रहे हैं, like the gods are giving them light and warmth. And Norse mythology, which is what is very prevalent in the Scandinavian countries, उनमें ये एक belief है कि ये जो lights हैं, these are the reflections from the shields of the Valkyrie. तो हमने Thor में भी काफी famous है कि there is a Valkyrie who fights alongside Thor. She's an elite female warrior. तो उनके जो शील्ड्स पे या उनके बैटल आर्मर पे जो लाइट सनलाइट एंड जो भी लाइट्स रिफ्लेक्ट करती है, those lights become the northern lights on earth, like for earth. And जो Bifrost bridge है again that we see in Thor, that also reflects light and it creates the northern lights. So Scandinavian countries में there are so many stories and so many different perceptions that if we continue on this, that can be like an entire 2-hour long episode.
Yeah. I think that was quite a lot of famous stories. But I think we'll end with the story of the Baltic states, which is बहुत छोटा, so हम अपने viewers को और time नहीं लेंगे ये story सुना के. I'm really sorry. तो Baltic states में बोलते हैं कि especially the Estonians of the Baltic states, they believe that those aurora lights are caused because वहाँ के जो god के जो special horses है, they're actually carrying some guests to the wedding, and that why all those lights, you know, just to justify those celebratory purposes. I don't know for what reason, but yeah, that is the story related to that.
I think Indians took on to that mythology quite seriously, इसलिए हमारी weddings में इतना light और इतना pomp होता है.
Okay, that we would save for another episode because Indian weddings are like crazy. Okay, so हमने Northern Lights के बारे में तो काफी बातें कर ली, but I think अपने viewers को ये बताना तो बनता है कि what are the top 4 places जहाँ से वो Northern Lights की best view देख सकते हैं.
The best place to do it is from the space because फिर तो पूरी circle पूरे lights दिखेंगे. But I
हाँ
think Earth पे भी there are a lot of beautiful places and a lot of places where they can see काफी clearly. So let's
हाँ
take them on that ride.
I think space tourism will still have to wait before
Yeah.
that becomes the new thing. But for now, let's just talk about the top 4 places.
So let's start with Iceland. अब normally Earth पे तो winter is the season for Northern Lights. एंड आइसलैंड में क्योंकि वहाँ पे इवनिंग में फिर स्काई काफी डार्क एंड क्लियर हो जाता है फॉर बेटर व्यूइंग सो आई मीन you can see it as early as August, but the best time to see these northern lights in Iceland is October to March. And some of the best sites, they are a little out in the little bit of the outskirts. And these are in Western Iceland. So they include Akranes, the Snæfellsnes Peninsula, and Borgarnes. But even if you can't make it to, the smaller like village towns, sometimes you can even see it from the capital of Reykjavik.
काफी cool. और जो top third location है जहाँ से our viewers can see a very stunning view of Northern Lights is through Sweden, especially the Lapland province in Sweden. क्योंकि वहाँ के जो आर्कटिक प्लेन्स है, माउंटेन्स है, ग्लेशियर्स है, they make it a top destination for actually experiencing those Northern Lights. The best time to view these is September to March, but actually तुम all year round ही इसको अच्छे से देख सकते हो. स्वीडन में Northern Lights इसलिए भी famous है because there is this Aurora Sky Station which is located in again Swedish Lapland in this place called Abisko, and that is considered as one of the best places on earth to experience the Northern Lights.
Now
there is also this place on Sweden which is Mount Nolja, जहाँ पे तुम्हें actually स्वीडन की largest chairlift से जाना पड़ता है to view the Northern Lights.
एंड लाइक जैसे स्वीडिश लैपलैंड्स बोला तो जो फिनिश लैपलैंड्स हैं दे आर आल्सो लाइक बॉर्डरिंग द स्वीडन एंड नॉर्वे एंड रशियन borders. They are also on the same region. And so if you look at viewing the Northern Lights from Finland, तो ये जो लैपलैंड वाला रीजन है दिस इज लाइक द बेस्ट प्लेस बिकॉज वो काफी स्पार्सली पॉपुलेटेड होता है, तो वहाँ पोल्यूशन वगैरह बिल्कुल भी नहीं होता. एंड इट इज द होम ऑफ द सामी पीपल, एंड वहाँ पे वो 200 years से नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स देखते आ रहे हैं. उसकी मतलब नॉट रिकॉर्ड बट देर आर recollections and stories of it. And there's also this possibility कि वो लैपलैंड्स में you can camp out to see the northern lights, and you can have these luxurious igloos made out of thermal glass, ताकि आप उसके अंदर रह के उतने cold temperatures में भी आप वहाँ पे देख सकते हो. And like you said कि Sweden and Finland are काफी close, so you can see it all year round. But essentially the best time is September to March.
Wow. I think watching Northern Lights from those igloos is something that I can totally fantasize about.
And they are super luxurious.
हाँ, yeah. ये मेरे bucket list में जा रहा है for sure. But moving on, I think the number one place जहाँ से you can view and experience the Northern Lights has to be Norway.
Yeah, totally.
Northern Norway में actually Northern Norway में there are some of the best places like Alta, Tromsø, Harstad, the Lofoten Islands, जहाँ से you can view stunning scenic view of Northern Lights. Alta is इसलिए भी famous क्योंकि वहाँ पे world की first Northern Light observatory है, and that is the reason कि उस town को बोला जाता है the town of Northern Lights. The best time to view Northern Lights in Norway is September to late March. Also because वहाँ की nights काफी clear होती है नॉर्वे की, इसलिए you also get like a seemingly more stunning view from Norway.
तो हमने हमारे व्यूअर्स को बता दिया कि नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स क्या होते हैं, उनकी माइथोलॉजीज बता दी, उनके बारे में आई मीन द स्टोरीज अबाउट देम, वो इतना भी बता दिया कि वो कहाँ जाके देख सकते हैं. But the best part is hearing testimonials from people who have actually been there. And
Yes.
we did find a few select testimonials for our viewers. So let's
Yeah.
take a look.
जैसे कि हाँ मतलब हमने याद है वीडियो के स्टार्टिंग में ही बताया था that we could not get the guest on the show, but we'll make sure that we compensate for that.
Yeah.
So we are bringing to you the experience of some people who saw Northern Lights for the first time, and that too in Norway. So let's see their experience.
Yeah.
We were sitting down on a frozen lake, and it was really overcast. It was completely dark, you couldn't see anything. But then suddenly, just before midnight, a small gap opened up in the clouds, and you could see a few stars. And suddenly, it was like somebody was switching on the light switch. The northern lights appeared, and they were so strong that they were shining, glowing through that small opening in the clouds. It lasted for exactly 60 seconds because I have a video of it dancing, and it was absolutely fantastic.
It has always been our dream to catch the Aurora Borealis, or better known as Northern Lights, and we planned a trip to watch it in Norway. So we were there for a couple of days. The first night it was raining all night. We were trying to catch the lights, but we could not. And then so we went again the next day. Again it was raining, and then we were losing all hopes. But as God would have it, suddenly the skies cleared up, and then there they were, dancing in all its glory. And then the sight was just majestic. We were there for like 3-4 hours. We just didn't want to leave the place. But then we came back with beautiful, beautiful memories.
Okay, so that was it for today's episode and today's Natural Marvel, जहाँ पे आज हमने बात की about the Northern Lights, or as we call them, Aurora.
Not the princess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we are done for today, and it's time for us to sign off. But
Okay, wait.
yes,
We have to reveal the hints for the next show.
right. So you want to go ahead, Dasha?
Okay, so let's divide it. Half end मैं देती हूँ, half तुम दे, ठीक है?
Okay.
Okay, so जो हमारे next Natural Marvel है, उसके बारे में बोलते हैं क्या, it is actually a fact that it is one of the most integral part of the underwater aquatic world.
And अब हमने places के बारे में तो बहुत बात कर ली है. So this is not a place, but still Australia is very well known for this. So here is your hint
That's a
for the
hint.
next episode.
That's a big hint.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, it's a pretty good hint. So please comment your guesses at the end of this video. And as usual, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in on today's episode. We'll see you next week with yet another Natural Marvel. Until then, like, share, and subscribe. And comment.
This is RJ Brinda and RJ Disha signing off
Signing
from
off.
another episode of Green Hug. See you next time.
Okay, yeah. Brinda, we're missing, yeah. Also, a very Merry Christmas to all of you.
Oh,
Because
yes.
we'll be meeting after Christmas.
Right. That is so correct. So yeah, I mean, I guess we brought a little Christmas festival through this episode with Aurora Borealis.
Yes,
And,
we hope we did.
We will see you very close to New Year's now next time.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Stay tuned. Bye.